Hello, welcome to the Mikoverse. This is an interesting topic, and it just sort of spew my thoughts out to the world to see if I can get a better understanding from a comment, or just have a better understanding in general. Because I'll say my goals for what the Mikoverse and problems I'm having with not so much the Mikoverse, but ways I'm doing tracking in the Mikoverse. I'm wondering if anyone has any better alternatives for myself. Um, Cheap if possible. If not possible, if it's expensive, I'd rather them be known to me, don't figure it out, and then go from there. I'll say, first of all, my goals for the Mikoverse. My main goal for the Mikoverse when I first saw it was very massive in my brain of not so much the goal itself, but Mikoverse as a project that's very massive. Was because when I was looking into things around model tracking, I came across Mikoverse. How I came across Mikoverse was through Miko herself, but I just sort of watched the stream every now and again and came across her talking about Mikoverse and stuff like that and what things can be done. But the main way I wanted to use Mikoverse is very similar to VC Face, but a lot more advanced. Because I also set up in my past videos Unreal Engine like environment, which is basically just a weaker version of Mikoverse but more customized to me. And you need to go in Unreal and mess around with all things. And the nice thing about Mikoverse is you don't need to go into that engine. You just need to import your stuff into Mikoverse, and within the environment of Mikoverse, it allows you to do so much, such as the wardrobe functionality, which is so great. Being able to swap in and out of stuff just by having a model to the side, you can constantly add to your model and make your model grow. Okay, you would have just seen a cut there because I was choking. But as I was saying, the wardrobe functionality is so big, it allows you to constantly update, upgrade, and improve your model by just adding new assets to it. And it's very useful. Where if you made your own project, as simple as I did in Unreal, you sort of need to remake the project and add stuff to it before you export it as a full game, which isn't great for myself. But Mikoverse allows this, and it's so great. The customizable environments with the pre-made assets such as the army, the lights, the literally everything behind me is pre-made, and all I need to do is use modeling in Mikoverse to actually build up the environment around me. And one of the best things about it is the possibility of the community and connectivity. Like for example, in VTubers, take this as a big project, like a big thing in my mind. Say a lot of VTubers, 3D VTubers, started using Mikoverse, and they were all in a neighborhood like this that I'm in now. Say people are online and they used the actual environment to build their like normal setups, whether they use the green screen or they actually use the backdrop like I currently have now, and they actually made it in the Mikoverse servers. The idea that I have is it's very easy for people to collaborate inside of Mikoverse without having to worry. And the goal is be able to use Mikoverse. In my brain was use Mikoverse as a small webcam at the bottom, similar to most VTubers do, and have other games playing in the background. Obviously, it's early access and things like that, so it makes sense that it's not stable. But my biggest problem hasn't been dealing with the the intensity or stability of Mikoverse, like how it runs and things like that. I think my biggest problem is the tracking feature because I quite like the hands. I quite like being able to use hands. However, I have a very weird rig of hands that doesn't really work very well. and I'm pretty sure it's very intensive on the machine itself, and I think that really limits me to what I actually want to do inside of Mikoverse and form a model. Like, I can do all this. It's not accurate or not, but I can do it. I feel like arms gives you a lot of expression, whether it's just in conversation or even say I'm not even speaking. I can do so many things with my arms, but I don't want to do a normal webcam. But Mikoverse and arm tracking allows me to do this. My setup, as you've seen in another video, is dealing with XR Animator. And the nice thing about XR Animator is it's free. I can use it easy. It's got hand tracking, it's got everything. The only downside to using XR Animator is the hand tracking tanks FPS when you use it in comparison to, I'm assuming, other avenues. But I've not tested the avenues. I don't know if it actually tanks FPS while using it, because they're very expensive for at the minute. Like, for example, the media pipeline vision in XR Animator is, I'm pretty sure, like an AI model or like a machine learning model that tracks and does things. So it's running that while also doing everything else on the computer, which I'm assuming gives the computer a lot of load, which makes me struggle. So, like, if I wanted to use XR Animator, I'd probably need to have a separate computer doing the like the tracking and stuff and sending it over, and it'd be a lot of effort. Like, even now, the only thing I have open is XR Animator, Mikoverse, and OBS to shoot this video. However, as you can see, it's already lagging the XR Animator. I think part of the reason why it lags so much is the XR Animator itself lagging because of the intensity being taken by other resources, such as Mikoverse needing resources to compute the settings on my computer, that clash with XR Animator's like defaults, and also probably something to do with VMC. It's a bit of a delay, but I can tell I'm getting, for my pose in XR Animator, I'm only getting 8 FPS currently. Sometimes it drops to 2, and sometimes it goes up to 15. But that is the problem with XR Animator and not so much Mikoverse. I'm just bringing up my vision of what the Mikoverse could be, and what I wish for the Mikoverse to become. Even if it's only certain servers inside of Mikoverse, I would love that. However, I cannot currently engage in that currently with my setup. I know that in DC Face you can get leap motion hand tracking. However, first of all, I've never tried it. Second of all, it's expensive. So to try something, I don't want to spend so much money to then have it fail or not function as well as it could, because I'm unsure how leap motion works and whether the intensity of the tracking is actually still on the computer itself and not just on the device. Obviously, the machine learning probably is a bit more hard to follow in comparison to the leap motion version, because it's literally just, it's registering full images rather than other things that is actually happening in the leap motion device itself. But that's the way it is. But I feel like I'd love to find a way to optimize this, whether it's a Mikoverse in-house thing, which I very much doubt will be the case, or if there's some other technology I can use. I understand the face link is a thing that people use for face tracking, which I'm fine with just using that if needed. But I'm not in the Apple ecosystem, so I can't really use that. I know there's workarounds for it, but I would love to do some hand tracking. But I don't know how I'd properly set stuff up for the actual phone device connected to Mikoverse and things like that, and how it will all function. But this video is just me pushing out my ideals sort of into the world and hoping I get some sort of advice or feedback from people who've watched me. obviously in the past, a lot of people have watched the video of me setting up the connecting between XR Animator and Mikoverse to get it working properly with blend shapes and things like that. Because if you've got a Vroid model, you sort of need to swap a few things with your face to get it to actually work. And I just wanted to push out my ideals and expand them to the world and see what Mikoverse can become. And while doing that, I wanted to try and find help or guidance on which direction I can go to optimize my place in the Mikoverse environment. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to end it here. I just want to say, at the minute, I'm sort of playing other games while being in the Mikoverse. I'll pop in the Mikoverse now and again and do different things. As you see, I now have a Halo, similar to my older model. I was trying to do a couple of different things to make it sort of glow a bit, but I don't know whether that's a Mikoverse shading or me not understanding how to use Blender properly. Probably the latter, but it could be both. It could literally be both at the same time. But currently I am streaming on twitch.tv/csmithy regularly, 9 AM BST till 12 midday BST. My goal is just to stream whatever I'm doing. My current things that I am doing are playing the Black Ops beta when it comes back on again. Probably now when this video gets uploaded. Over the weekend, and I'm also currently playing Age of Mythology Retold. I'm very nostalgic about the game and I really love it, and playing it again has really made me realise how good of a game it actually was. I'm also recording that whilst streaming it and uploading it onto my YouTube channel, so you'll see a couple of Age of Mythology videos if you are interested in watching them. But if you want more Mikoverse content or any of those seem to fit your interest, please like, subscribe, whatever you want to do to support me. More than anything, I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, because I'm currently not doing that and trying to get over my anxieties. So I'm trying to use this as a platform to help push myself forward and become more myself, if that makes sense. One more thing, I'm also going to be playing Path of Exile 2 in the far future. So if you're interested in any Path of Exile or in that sort of environment, I will be doing stuff either on my Twitch channel and maybe a few videos here and there regarding that on the YouTube. But most of my YouTube will be Age of Mythology at the minute, and also Mikoverse stuff here and there. Probably be Blender stuff in regards to Mikoverse stuff, but you do you. And thanks for coming along on the journey. Bye bye.